Entering home screen, dynasty is selected. Del Alfrezen has joined. Ready, team set. Defense. 4. Offense. Eastern. Cincinnati's pistol. Go. List. Air. Lear shoots. Air 4. JR. Ready. Home team selection, Ohio State Buckeyes.
What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Entering play call, college kick return.
The Buckeyes will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return.
Suggestions. There are 8 categories. Only 12 options. Inside zone is selected.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again.
Corner.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McLaughlin. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Wheelie curls. Formation. Error. Normal. You have 12 options. HD Sting is selected.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Enter formation.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get into the ground. That is a ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gators will hustle to the line. short. They'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Really nice job on the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, saying to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big 1st down.
Handoff from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Peppers. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Switch. Triangle. AHP/FKN. Disclose. Wing X. Osprey Wiley. 26-2.
Try the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get. Let the running back figure it out.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
26 formation, parallel, concept, mesh spot, or mesh HD swing.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Corner.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Florida! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Entering.
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
There are 7 categories. You have 9 options. Cover 1 SS splits selected.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking for a crease. It's Green. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Formation.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
5-4. Overwalk. There are 6 categories. You have 9
Didn't get
options.
much done on that
Cover
first play of the drive.
selected.
It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Hill. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, your opponents scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Power football with the run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Here's the handoff. Finding open areas. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking downfield on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. Short first down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback running on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the first down here on 4th. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Entering play. Challenge play. Entering.
They are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Cover 1 SS.
Man, you feel pretty good about a quarterback sneak most of the time. Such a short yardage play. I just got to find a little crease and get through it. But this defense was more than ready for it. Built that wall up front. Nowhere to go. No push. Big stop by the D.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the time. It breaks into the open, and he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
Makes the grab. It's Jones.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Buckeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's on target and complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive. And now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with the first down.
There are 11 categories.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Switch, on page, inside zone, stretch short, zone fidget, deuce, pass line, motion zone toss, PHD stretch. Wing, Osprey, 26, MTN Padu, Zone Pick Jet. Wing, 8, Objects, Passail Exposed, MTN Passes Line. MTN Dudora, Inside Zones, U off, Inside, Puzzy Swirl, Inside Zone, Puzzy Swirl.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
There are 8 caddy formation. Auction is set to do slide wise. Motion zone toss. AHD stretch. Habu corner post.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Gators are on the move. Going to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime.
There are 26 categories. You have 2 options. Roll-up smash is selected.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Peppers. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen. It's so dynamic.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On target. On the move at the 30. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the 2nd half and start making some plays.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. To the air on 1st down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Entering play call.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in turn situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Jones. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Song looks free. Cover 4 cons.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Verticals is selected.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. He tries to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy. And David, the defense.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Entering play normal.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make a stop at the 19.
You have 9 options. Cover 1 SS blitz is selected.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Fights off the defender. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there. Just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback determines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Perez. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Jones. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got...
Turning it on! Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw. You want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Tennessee managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll be singing from the top of Rocky Top after this one, no matter the final score. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
To the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Peppers.
Entering play call, Coach Hustler, Hustlers.
wants to pass. Under fire. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Cover to Inver.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Looking for room. It's Hill. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Green. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Inside, clear, top formations, guns, keep pass. Option, formation, pistol, shotgun, single back, option is set, to pass slide, motion zone to AHD strength, Amu corner, post.
One final play before the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Motion zone, AHD, Amu corner, post.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Corner.
Wants to throw on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
They go to the ground. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Inside blitz.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. There he goes. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Categories. You have 15 options. Michael Freya selected.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Cover 3. Tampa sign pressure.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Here comes the option. They'll go to the ground.
Man, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Man, ain't no fucking way. That's...
How about they change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Smashes him with the stiff arm. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward. Because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
Entering.
And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Get every inch you can, but don't take the big hit. Great job by the quarterback.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They'll rip off 8 on that play in 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. To the sidelines, and he tiptoes his way to a first down before going out of bounds. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you are.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Flips it out on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Flex don't close. You have 6 options. FB dive is selected.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He's got the tight end. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Categories. You have 38 options.
You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
And when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this defense is giving up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Quickly complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! it up.
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion,
Entering play
you win this thing. So I would kick it, but
there
you
are
know
8
what?
categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Man, what a great job with the execution in the moments where you have to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there like he wants.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Another incompletion on third down.
Now, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed to stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's McLaughlin. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Takes it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
Entering puzzle winnable screen, you have returned to HUD.